Alright, well, my philosopher was Empedocles, and I had to research his philosophy. Well, some background information. Empedocles was a Greek pre-Socratic philosopher who was born around 490 before Christ in Agrigentum, Sicily. That is located in Italy. He died on 430 BC Agrigentum by throwing himself into a volcano. He is considered to be the most colorful pre-Socratic, who was a scientific and used rational mindset to see all of the philosophies and like how the world functioned. He had a deep spiritual longing, and that is the reason why he threw himself into the volcano, because he believed that once he died, he would become a god. He promoted like the first version of evolution, which was that we come from like atoms, and animals survived by chance. Alright, so the theory he constructed was the theory of the four classical elements. This theory revolves around the idea that there are four elements which construct everything around us in the universe, which is fire, air, earth, and water. These elements are also known as roots and are supposed to be eternal, immutable, and indestructible. Alright, so according to Empedocles, the elements conjoin with each other and they form everything that's around us. This idea was meant for like the construction of all the subparticle elements, which is supposed to make atoms and everything. And these elements cannot transform into other elements, and they are infinite. And besides being infinite, they cannot. Well, they make everything. They make everything which exists in the cosmos, and the particles do not change. They're indestructible. That's a quote from Empedocles, which just says, "There is no birth of any mortal things, nor any end in painful death, but only mingling and separation of what is mingled." Mr. Hadlick, do you move the camera?
If you're going to read at the top,
Alright.
you just take and then you just move it to the top.
Alright. So according to Empedocles, besides the four elements, there were two forces, the forces of love and strife. These forces are what move the elements to separate or conjoin with each other and make everything around us. Empedocles enforced the idea organisms are the product of love. For love means that when the elements combine, they mingle gracefully and create what is life. Strife is the force that divides and destroys the elements by exiling them into isolation, and that is what we know as destruction and death.
This would be very similar to our dark matter, dark forces, positive matter, among other things.
Another quote he said was, "In strife all are diverse and sundered, but in love they come together and are desired of each other. For out of these are born whatever was and is and will become, man, woman, beasts, birds, and water-feeding fishes. And long lived God's highest in honors."
Can you pause it real quick?
Apart from the forces of love and strife making organisms which are composed of all four, the forces of love and strife are engaged in an internal struggle for supremacy, in which they continually, indefinitely keep on exhaling each other until they make everything in the universe, which is like the explosions.
And how you continue to fight with your parents.
Isotonic and everything. As I explained, also the isolation of the elements are what create destruction and death. Empedocles was a religious man. He believed that man was a fallen creature, and in order to regain his divinity, he had to enforce the force of love and follow everything that had to correlate with that, which was like veganism and treatment well of like the creature and soul. As I also said, he believed that once he died, he would turn into a divinity due to his like sympathy for the force of love. Some of the quotes he said was, "We are divine spirits condemned to wander the earth clothed in an alien garment of flesh. And I am an immortal god, no longer immortal. Wander among you." That's it.
Okay, good. Go ahead and pause.